Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
So, the UEFA Champions League began this week on Tuesday. So many amazing fixtures to look forward to. There were 5 Ghanaian players who had their teams in the Champions League, and I'm going to look at their performances as I do with performances of Ghanaian players abroad. Also, Asamoah Gyan has finally found a club he's going to join. He was without a club for a while now, and finally he has found a club. I'll be revealing to you that as well. If you're new to the channel, I advise you to subscribe to this channel and to click on the notification bell to get more updates. So the UEFA Champions League kicked off on Tuesday night. So many amazing fixtures that took place, and Ghanaian players as usual were represented, 5 of them representing their clubs. I'll be taking you through the fixtures, but through some of the results that shocked me, one of them was on Wednesday night, and that was Real Madrid versus Paris Saint-Germain. We all know how Real Madrid have enjoyed a long spell of success in the Champions League, winning it 3 times in a row with Zidane at the helm of affairs. He left the club on his own terms at the end of the 3rd trophy win, came back, and unfortunately it hasn't been the same again. Real Madrid have been struggling in the La Liga as well as in the Champions League, dating back at the knockout round last season. They were knocked out by Ajax in the round of 16, and unfortunately they could not kick on from there. It was quite unfortunate for them that they could not make it through to the next round, and Real Madrid's woes are continuing. Yesterday they looked a disjointed side. They didn't look like a side that had done so well in the Champions League historically, and coach Zinedine Zidane has his work cut out for him. Another result that shocked me was Napoli's 2-0 win over Liverpool. Liverpool dominated most of the game in terms of possession, but in the final third, Napoli, through a controversial VAR decision, were given a penalty, and they made no mistake from the spot. Llorente came on and won the game for them 2-0. Remember, Napoli beat Liverpool last season as well in the group stages, but Liverpool then went on to win the Champions League. So this result, I didn't read too much into it, but nonetheless it was still a shock for me. Liverpool have not lost a game this season, though in the nascent stages of the season. Dortmund and Barcelona played out a 0-0 draw. Marc-Andre ter Stegen was possibly my man of the match, and he was immense at the back for FC Barcelona, who struggled once again. They showed us that without Lionel Messi, they are not the fearful Barcelona we are used to, and Messi's touch is really pivotal for this Barcelona side. Thankfully, he made his first appearance for the season, a substitute one albeit, and hopefully Messi can pull Barcelona back into their form that we are used to seeing them. Ansu Fati started his first ever Champions League game at the age of 16 years, and if he had scored, he would have been the youngest goal scorer. That accolade was held by a Ghanaian player previously, and Ansu Fati did not score on the day, ended in a 0-0 draw, and still the Ghanaian is the one who has the record as the youngest goal scorer in the 1998 Champions League season. He used to play for Rosenborg, and he is the youngest goal scorer ever in the Champions League and still remains that. And Shakhtar Donetsk versus Manchester City showing their dominance once again. Some scintillating play by Riyad Mahrez with a goal and an assist as well. It was great to see Manchester City in full flow, as we are known them for. We have become accustomed to in recent times. Unfortunately, over the weekend they lost 3-2 to Norwich City, and that asked the question many were questioning whether they could contend for the title this season. But we have to know nothing is won in August, nothing is won in September. The real accolades are won in May, and it's still early to call them off because Liverpool had such a lead over Man City last season but failed to win the trophy. So it's still early days yet. So that's results that I was really excited about. My game of the round has to be the Atletico Madrid versus Juventus game, I have to say. Thomas Partey's Atletico Madrid versus Cristiano Ronaldo's Juventus. It ended in a 2-2 draw. It was an interesting game. The first half wasn't as captivating as the second half, where 4 goals came out. 2 goals earlier on for Juventus. Matuidi with the second goal after a really beautiful curl there from Juan Cuadrado. It looked like Juventus would secure all 3 points, but unfortunately Atletico Madrid had other ideas. Savage eventually pulled 1 goal back through a header before Herrera substitute came on and got the all-important second goal and the equalizer for Atletico Madrid, who once again found a way to get back into the game. Never write Atletico Madrid off. Cristiano Ronaldo had a chance late on to win it for Juventus, but he missed by inches. And Thomas Partey took part in this game. He played 76 minutes. He had an injury that forced him off, and unfortunately he couldn't finish the full 90. We hope it's not a serious injury. I'll be giving you updates on that injury. Now, Bayern Munich took on Red Star Belgrade, and for Red Star Belgrade we have Richmond Boachiyadom. He missed the AFCON 2019, was not named in the squad due to injury, and unfortunately Red Star Belgrade lost 3-0 to Bayern Munich. Now, Bayern were in full flow. They were dominant. They were immense. Bayern were showing that they are the top side in Europe. They beat Red Star Belgrade 3-0. Boachiyadom came on in the 70th minute, but unfortunately for him and his teammate, they could not make it count. They were beaten thoroughly by Bayern Munich. To my next game, and it's Red Bull Salzburg, and they took on Genk. Yeah, Red Bull Salzburg. We have Majid Ashmeru and also Joseph Paintsel of Genk. This is the first ever time he was taking part in the Champions League, and Joseph Paintsel was looking forward to it. Unfortunately, he was not in the matchday squad for Genk, and they were thumped 6-2 by Red Bull Salzburg, where Majid Ashmeru was an unused substitute for Salzburg. He was on the winning side, but he did not take part in the game in the full 90 minutes. Hopefully in the subsequent games he will be able to take part in some of them. So my final game was Inter Milan versus Slavia Prague, and Kojo Asamoah was in action for Inter Milan. In the first half of this game, Kojo Asamoah was almost got a red card for a foul that was deemed by VAR to be a potential red card. After further review, the referee had to check several times. He was reviewing the decision several times and finally came to the conclusion that Kojo Asamoah actually got a touch on the ball, though the player went out injured and was substituted. He got a touch on the ball before making contact with the player. It was determined to be a clear and good tackle, and he was just given a yellow card. That game ended 1-1 after Slavia Prague got the first goal early on before Inter Milan got the equalizer late on. So those are the 5 players that took part in the Champions League. 2 of them did not take part. One of them was an unused substitute. One of them was not in the squad entirely. Thomas Partey unfortunately went out injured, and Kojo Asamoah's Inter Milan had to come back from behind to get a 1-1 draw. Who was your pick of the round, the Ghanaian players who performed, who shone for you? What was your favorite game of this first round of fixtures? Europa League will take place today. Hopefully some other amazing fixtures to look forward to. I'll end today's news with captain of the Black Stars, Asamoah Gyan. Yes, Asamoah Gyan, we all know, was with the Turkish side KAYSERISPOR. He left them after his contract ran out, and now he has found a club finally. He was in search of a club, and he revealed at the Baby Jet Under 16 tournament that he was in search of a club and that he was close to signing for a club. He could not name the name of the club, but he said things were almost finalized. It's now out. It's an Indian side, and I'm going to tell you all about that. Indian Super League side Northeast United have confirmed that Ghana legend Asamoah Gyan has signed for them. Yes, it's true. I am on the verge of joining a new club and negotiations are ongoing. I cannot mention the club, but we are almost done. That is what Asamoah Gyan said earlier on. Now it can be confirmed that the move has been finalized and confirmed by the executive director of Northeast United, Priya Runchal. We are thrilled to have a player of Asamoah Gyan's caliber and experience on our squad. He has continuously delivered excellence at the highest levels of world football, and we are confident that he will add a lot of firepower on the pitch here. Gyan, after signing the deal, also said, "I am extremely excited to start this new chapter in my career. I have heard great things about Northeast United FC and the Indian Super League, and I am thrilled to be part of it for the upcoming season. I am confident that we can better the wonderful season the club has had last year." So Asamoah Gyan there has joined his new club there in the Indian Super League. Let me know your thoughts on it. Do you think this is a great move for Asamoah Gyan? He is in the twilight of his career, and a move to India, I think, should not be surprising. And most of the top clubs, I have to say, maybe are not interested in signing Asamoah Gyan, but he has joined Indian Super League signed, and they are thrilled to have him. Who wouldn't be thrilled to have Asamoah Gyan? I'm confident that we can do better for the season. The statement there by Asamoah Gyan. So today I've been looking at the performances of some 5 Ghanaians who took part in the Champions League that's kicked off this week, match day 1. Some shocks: Real Madrid losing 3-0 to Paris Saint-Germain, who were scintillating and deserving of their victory on the night. It was quite interesting to see Keylor Navas playing against his former side, and Thibaut Courtois proving to be a liability once again to Real Madrid. Asamoah Gyan has finally secured a move to Northeast United FC. So that is it for today. I'll see you guys next one. Your thoughts on everything I welcome in the comments box. Enjoy your day.